Good day, everybody. My name is Vitaly Ford. I'm one of the WiCyS student chapter coordinators. I'm also a professor at Arcadia University, and today I asked one of our wonderful students to join me in presenting the WiCyS Cybersecurity Toolkit. Chloe, would you like to say a few words about yourself?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Chloe. I am a senior here at Arcadia University, and currently I am pursuing cybersecurity after graduation.
All right. So what is the Cybersecurity Awareness Month and what is the toolkit for? Well, about 2 decades ago, the President of the United States actually and Congress declared October to be officially the Cybersecurity Awareness Month. That means people, hopefully not only in October, but also throughout the year, are learning about cybersecurity. There are a lot of resources out there, and this toolkit that WiCyS has put together is brought by the WiCyS Tier 1 strategic partners that are all involved in a variety of cybersecurity areas. So given that there are a lot of resources, we are trying to put together a guide that is not exhaustive, but it is a guide that you could use to present certain topics in your communities. Just as an example here, there is a link on Stay Safe Online. And this is one of the core links about cybersecurity safety. There are a lot of resources on what to do when a cybercrime happened to you or your friends or somebody you know. So a lot of resources that people should be aware of and could be very useful in the current digital age. So on this note, I would like to pass it along to Chloe to talk in a little bit more details how this toolkit is structured and what kind of topics it actually covers.
Yeah, so I would like to first start out by talking a little bit about what cybersecurity entails. Um, Cisco defines cybersecurity as the practice of protecting systems, networks, and programs from digital attacks. And these attacks are usually aimed at assessing, changing, or destroying sensitive information, extorting money from users via ransomware, or interrupting normal business practices or processes. And this definition may be clear to people who are in the industry, but maybe not so clear to people who don't have formal training or haven't been educated in cybersecurity before. And as we all know today, there are increasing number of devices that we have within our business space and also within our personal space. I myself have 4 or 5 devices on me at a time. So it can become cumbersome to be security aware in all these spaces. So we have a couple resources here for people of beginner and moderate level to educate themselves further on cybersecurity itself. So here we have a Microsoft link. And this is kind of just an overview of what is cybersecurity, defines it a little bit, different types of attacks that you may encounter in the wild, such as malware, ransomware, and phishing, which are very common, as well as social engineering, which we just saw in the MGM attacks. It also informs people about why cybersecurity should be important to them and some best practices that they can educate themselves on. We also have another Microsoft link down here that could be better for people who may be more beginner in the area of cybersecurity. There are a couple modules here, some describing the basic concepts, some getting a little more into detail with attacks such as ransomware or extortion. And then finally, importantly, securing yourself, the basics and beyond. And as we continue on here, we get into more details of the actual toolkit and some important steps you can take in your personal life and for those around you to become more secure. So first we have here updating your software. Software updates include things such as patching security flaws, fixing bugs and issues, and improving performance of your devices. So this is a really simple step that you and the people around you can take in order to be more secure in your personal lives. So it's as simple as going to your settings, selecting the general and software update, and then updating the device. And you can't always trust your devices to automatically do this for you. Some of them you have to enable it. So it's just always safe to check regularly, make it a habit. Often weekly is a good time to check your device, set a date, set a time that you check every week to make sure that your software is up to date. We've seen a lot of attacks recently, such as Apple having several 0 days this year. So that's an important step to take to make yourself more secure. Beyond that, we also have password managers. All of us are guilty of reusing passwords, of using simple passwords such as password123, using passwords that include our family, include our pets, or maybe like somewhere where we're educated. So Password Manager is designed to conveniently store and manage your online credentials so that you don't have to do that yourself. Nowadays, every service requires you to sign up, create an account, create a password, and it can get hard to track all of these. So there are a couple recommendations we have here, including a very popular one, such as Bitwarden, and these will create a password for you. A lot of times it'll be a random string of characters, and that can be anywhere nowadays. 18 to 16 is a common requirement, so you can set it as low as that, even up to some of them 128 characters. So that's an important way that you can manage your passwords better. And then beyond that, you can check the strength of these passwords using a website known as Have I Been Pwned? This has a couple different areas that you can go to. First here is checking your email address. This can check and see if your address has been in a data breach. So you simply just enter your address, click the Pwn button, and it will tell you all the data breaches that your email has been seen in. It also has a password section where you can check your password strength. So if you check something such as password1 and you click Pwned, you can see here that that has been used over 3 million times and seen in data breaches. So obviously that is not a good password to use. So you can check and see if yours has been seen in a data breach and maybe if you should increase the security of your password. In addition to that, another important area that is good to focus on is your authentication. And authentication basically is verifying your identity. So this starts with having a password on your account, but can be hardened by using something called multi-factor authentication, which provides an extra layer of protection by requiring the user to present 2 pieces of information to verify their identity. So now not only are you providing a password, but you're also providing something such as an SMS text message, or potentially a authenticator app can be used, such as we have listed down here, Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, or even a hardware security token. Just anything that's going to give you that extra step. For example, maybe your password had been compromised for a certain account, you saw it on Have I Been Pwned, but not only do you have that password security, you also have that additional step that I mentioned above. Finally, just some additional resources to educate yourself and those in your circle. Right now we have here KnowBe4. This is a good website and has a bunch of free tools in areas such as phishing, security awareness, passwords, email, and malware. There are a lot of training resources. Phishing is a particularly big one these days, so this is a great resource to educate yourself further in that area. We also have a link to CISA, which is the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. This has some more general information. It also pertains to if you believed you were the target of an attack. Sometimes, you see that you've been attacked, you get an email, you start to panic, and you're not sure what the next step to take might be. So it has things here such as reporting a cybercrime, what phishing entails, what to do if you have a virus on your computer. It also has further education links, and it has an area where it has cybersecurity defined for business practices. And then here, last but certainly not least, is cybersecurity resources for kids. Nowadays, kids are more connected than ever. They have cell phones, they have devices they have to use to complete their schoolwork. They're online on YouTube, social media, and it's important to know how to explain these complex topics to your kids. So we have resources here that are more fun, gamified trainings that are going to keep their interest piqued, and make them safer online. There's also a couple links here that are good for parents to help you understand how you can best protect your kids online and how you can train them to be more cyber aware. So we have Carnegie Cyber Academy, FBI Safe Online Surfing, as well as the Public Broadcasting Service, which has 2 links down here. And then I would just like to sum this up by saying the most important step to security is becoming more educated. There are a ton of links here, things that are easy to implement. It's taking that first step and becoming more aware. And as you continue down that path, you can take more steps and become more educated.
Thanks so much, Chloe. And on this note, take this cybersecurity toolkit as just a list of resources that you could begin talking about within your communities. And as Chloe pointed out, the cybersecurity awareness is important at all aspects of our lives, not only in October. So do tell people that they should be cyber aware throughout the year. So stay vigilant and be safe.